First of all, I will explain about the background of the study and the problem statements. Education is essential to human development, social progress and economic success. Higher education has contributed to Malaysia's remarkable economic growth in recent decades. By providing individuals with the knowledge, skills and expertise necessary to contribute to the economy and society, higher education has helped to boost productivity and drive innovation. The Malaysian government began offering financial support to eligible students. With the assistance of the monetary support, students can pursue study to improve their skills and make it easier for them to enter the workforce. In Malaysia, the economy has done a lot of great things like building famous skyscrapers, making trade lines more successful and encouraging people to be active entrepreneurs. But even though the economics seem to be well on the surface, there is growing worry about a long-term problem of unemployment. In the past few years, there has been a noticeable rise in the unemployment rate, especially among people who recently graduated from university. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, DOSM, the unemployment rate stayed the same at 3.4% in August 2023, with 557,300 people out of work, down from 579,200 in the previous month. According to a statement from top statistician Datuk Seri Dr. Muhammad Uzi Mahidin, the number of jobs steadily increased in August 2023 and the unemployment rate continued to fall. The number of people who were self-employed went up from 0.3% in August 2023 from 2.96 million in July to 2.97 million. This decreases government funding for new educational loans, which may limit student access to university. Graduates encounter significant difficulties in meeting their living expenses and maintaining consistent loan repayment in the absence of a stable source of income. This scenario has the potential to result in financial hardship, postponed loan, and the possibility of default. For the research question, is there any relationship between an intention to pay back education loan and level of income, attitude, parents' influence, social influence, and lifestyle? Next, for the research objective, to identify the relationship between level of income, attitude, parents' influence, social influence, and lifestyle with an intention to pay back education loan. Last but not least, for the method of analysis, this study applies a quantitative research approach which entails the collection of numerical data through questionnaires. In order to evaluate the 5 independent variables of the intention to pay back the loan, quantitative research was chosen as a source of data collection for this study. It is largely focused with collecting and analyzing structured data. Next, I will pass the presentation to the next presenter.
Next, I will proceed to a literature review. Dependent variable for this study is intention to pay back education loan. Meanwhile, there are 5 independent variables for this study, which is level of income, attitudes, parents' influence, lifestyle, and social influence. The first independent variable is level of income. The level of income is an independent variable that measures the financial resources available to fresh graduates. It explores how the incomes of individuals may influence their intention to repay education loans, considering factors such as financial capacity and stability. Next independent variable, number 2, is attitude. Attitude as an independent variable reflects the mindset and disposition of fresh graduates toward the repayment of education loans. It assesses the psychological factor and perception that may impact their willingness and commitment to fulfilling their financial obligation. The third independent variable is parents' influence. Parent influence is an independent variable that examines the roles of parental guidance and input in shaping the intention of fresh graduates to pay back their education loans. It explores how parental value and advice may impact financial decisions. The fourth variable is lifestyle. Lifestyle as an independent variable encompasses the spending habits choice and overall way of living adopted by fresh graduates. This variable aims to understand how individual lifestyle may influence their intention and ability to repay their education loans. Next independent variable, we have social influence. Social influence is an independent variable that considers the impact of peer and family on the intention of fresh graduates to pay back their education loans. It explores how the social environment and relationship may shape financial decision and repayment commitment on education loan. Moving on to the hypothesis. The first hypothesis, there is significant relationship between level of income and intention to pay back the education loan among fresh graduates. The second hypothesis is there is significant relationship between attitude and intention to pay back education loan among fresh graduates. The third hypothesis, there is a significant relationship between parents' influence and intention to pay back the education loan among fresh graduates. The fourth hypothesis, there is a significant relationship between lifestyle and intention to pay back the education loan among fresh graduates. Last hypothesis is there is a significant relationship between social influence and intention to pay back the education loan among fresh graduates.
So moving on to the next part, which is research design. The purpose of this study is to identify the factors influencing the repayment intention of the education loan and the factors of fresh graduates find it difficult to repay education loan. Educational loans are crucially important as they assist individuals from various socio-economic backgrounds in pursuing the goal of higher education, thereby increasing their opportunities for employment. For sampling technique, in conducting research on the intention of fresh graduates to pay back education loan, a sampling technique must be used to ensure that the study is representative of the target population. One effective sampling technique used in our research is stratified random sampling, which involves dividing the population into strata based on relevant demographics such as age, gender, and income level. For example, if the target population consists of fresh graduates aged 21 until 35 who are paying off education loans, the population could be divided into strata based on age, which is stratum including an equal number of respondents. From each stratum, a random sample of respondents would be selected to ensure a representative sample of the population. For sampling size, when conducting research on the intention of fresh graduates to pay back education loan, it is essential to consider the sample size. The sample size refers to the number of participants in the study who meet the inclusion criteria and provide data for analysis. In research focusing on the intention of fresh graduates to pay back education loans, the sample size should be ideally large enough to ensure that the findings can generalize to the larger population of fresh graduates with education loan. A sample size of at least 100 respondents need to fill out the questionnaire. Next is data collection. Data collection is the process of gathering and measuring information of variables of interest in an established systematic fashion that enable one to answer state research questions, test hypotheses, and evaluate outcome. There are basically two types of data collection method which are primary data and secondary data collection method. We choose the questionnaire as our data collection method because this is the most suitable and cost-efficient method in helping us to conduct our research. The questionnaire that were being made by Google Form will be distributed to fresh graduates in Kuala Lumpur through WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook platforms. This can help us to increase interaction among fresh graduates in Kuala Lumpur to fill in the questionnaire, which can lead to accurate results and findings on our research paper. For data analysis, to accomplish the goal of this research, three phases of data collection will be used, the first of which is data cleaning by outliers. Moving on to the second step, which is determining the goodness of fit of result, which is determined by validity and reliability tests, and the final phase, which is descriptive analysis, to address the first and second objective. Data analysis is the process of collecting, modeling, and analyzing data to extract insights that support decision making. So for the data cleaning, The researcher can use a data cleaning approach to extract valuable information. Data cleaning is a crucial step in research, ensuring the accuracy and reliability of the dataset. The process involves identifying and rectifying errors, inconsistencies, and missing values within the data, ultimately enhancing the quality of information. Next one is goodness fit of data. This research has chosen to incorporate the determination of goodness of fit data to assess the suitability of statistical models applied to my dataset. The primary motivation behind this decision is to evaluate the extent to which the selected model accurately represents the observed data, providing a quantitative measure of how well it aligns with empirical reality. This methodology is crucial in assuring the reliability and validity of these research findings, as it allows researchers to identify any disparities between the model's prediction and the actual data. For the last one, which is descriptive analysis, in this research paper, we mainly focus on descriptive analysis, in which the data provided simple summaries about the sample and measure as well as help to calculate the mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum amount of the data sample collected. So in this first stage of analysis, there are validity and reliability tests. For the validity test, KMO value is 0.831, which is greater than 0.5. And a significant levels for the Bartlett test is 0.001, which is less than 0.01, which can conclude that all variables can be used in this analysis. Next is reliability test. The variables of the intention to pay back education loan, attitude and lifestyle demonstrated very good levels of internal consistency with Cronbach alpha values of 0.845, 0.895 and 0.866 respectively. Meanwhile, variables of level of income, parents' influence and social influence demonstrated excellent level of internal consistency with Cronbach alpha values of 0.916, 0.912 and 0.911 respectively. This indicates that the most of the items have very good and excellent levels of internal consistency, and none of the items were deleted.
We can see from the table of surveys demographic statistics that 105 of targeted respondents who are from fresh graduates are able to answer the questionnaire successfully. Out of 105 respondents, the gender column shows that over half of the participants are female, which is 77 respondents, while the remaining 28 are male that participated in this study. Then out of 105 people, 54.3% are in the age of 22, making this the most common age bracket. Ages 23 represent 21.9% of the total, and 21% represent 7.6% who have answered the questionnaire. The remaining age of the groups for 24 and above represent 16.2%. Subsequently, 89.5% of the respondents are single, while 7.6% were married. The widow and divorced represent 1.9% and 0.9% respectively. As we can see that 75% or more than half hold a bachelor's degree. The following group of 27 people are the diploma holder, master and PhD with respective percentages of 0.9% and 1.9%.
Next, I am going to present the correlations of the dependent variable, which is the factors that influence the intention to pay back education loan among fresh graduates, and the independent variables, which are level of income, attitude, parents' influence, lifestyle, and social influence. A correlation coefficient enables the identification of a perfect positive correlation, which is 1.0, or a perfect negative correlation, negative 1.0, between two variables in addition to indicate the direction, strength, and significance of the bivariate relationship among variables measured at an interval or ratio level. Based on the table, it shows that there is a moderate uphill relationship correlation between the intention to pay back the education loan and the level of income, which is 0.457. This shows that there is a positive relationship between those two variables, in which it indicates that efforts made by fresh graduates to pay back education loan may need to be carefully tailored to mitigate any potential negative impact on the level of the income. Next, there is a strong uphill linear relationship between the intention to pay back education loan and attitude, of a correlation of 0.724 or a 72.4%, which indicates that it is significant that it affects the intention to pay back the education loan. As for the parents' influence, it has a correlation of 0.653, which shows that both dependent variable and this independent variable has a positively moderate uphill correlation, or a substantial relationship. This is because parental support and encouragement can motivate students to prioritize loan repayment and persevere through challenges. Similarly, there is also a positively moderate uphill correlation of 0.504 between the lifestyle and the intention to pay back the education loan. This shows that fresh graduates do not really have bad spending habits, since only half of our respondents are affected in paying back the education loan. This suggests that to minimize any potential negative effects on the intention to pay back the education loan, awareness raising initiatives may need to be carefully adjusted. Lastly, the social influence and the intention to pay back education loan has a definite but a weak relationship. The correlation of 0.306 indicates that the correlation is a positively weak uphill correlation. This is because social influence is not giving that much impact for graduates in paying back the education loan. To help encourage and motivate fresh graduates to stay on track, a social circle that values financial responsibility and prioritize loan repayment is needed. Even though the correlation among most of the variables were significant, the strength of the correlations is all below 0.9, thus indicates that there is no serious multicollinearity problem between the correlations of all variables. It can be concluded that these variables have a positive and significant relationships towards the study.
For the recommendation, there are 3 recommendations. The first one is Lifestyle and Financial Management Workshop. Lifestyle and Financial Management Workshop are educational sections designed to provide individuals, in this case, fresh graduates with practical knowledge and skills related to managing their lifestyle and finance. This workshop typically covers topics such as responsible spending habits, budgeting strategy, long-term financial planning, and making informed financial decisions. By participating in this workshop, individuals can gain insight into how their lifestyle choice impact their financial well-being and develop effective strategy for budgeting and managing their finance responsibility. Second recommendation is Financial Literacy Program. Refer comprehensive relative aim at enhancing individual understanding of financial concept, tools, and strategy. This program covers a broad range of topics including budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, and overall financial planning for fresh graduates. Financial literacy program can play a crucial role in equipping them with the necessary skill to navigate the complexity of personal finance. By promoting financial literacy, this program empowers individuals to make informed decisions about their money, including managing and repaying education loan. Last recommendation is peer support program. Refer involve cheating and network or community where individuals often with change experience of challenge can provide support and guidance to one another in the context of education loan repayment. Will connect fresh graduates with peers who have successfully managed their loan repayment or are facing similar challenge through sharing experience, offering advice, and providing emotional support. These programs aim to create a supportive environment that encourage responsible financial behavior. Peer support can be a valuable resource in helping individuals stay motivated and committed to meeting their education loan repayment obligation.
In conclusion, this chapter has delved into the factors of influencing fresh graduates' intention to pay back education loans, focusing on the correlation of independent variables such as level of income, attitude, parental influence, lifestyle, and social influence with the dependent variable of factors influencing the intention to pay back the education loan. The findings reveal noteworthy insights into the relationships between these variables. Firstly, the research indicates a positive and significant correlation between the level of income and the intention to pay back education loans. Higher income individuals are more likely to express stronger repayment intentions, attributed to increased financial flexibility, reduced stress, and the ability to allocate a larger portion of their income towards repayments. Secondly, the study underscores a positive correlation between a fresh graduate's attitude and their intention to repay education loans. A positive attitude is identified as a crucial factor, with researchers emphasizing the importance of borrowers' willingness to repay, alongside their ability to repay. Furthermore, the research highlights a positive and statistically significant correlation between parental influence and the intention to pay back education loans. Students reporting higher levels of parental influence are more likely to express a commitment to repaying their loans, possibly influenced by parental emphasis on financial responsibility and support during college. Additionally, the correlation analysis demonstrates a significant link between lifestyle choices and the intention to pay back education loans. Individuals with established financial planning habits exhibit a greater ability and intention to prioritize loan repayments, reflecting responsible financial decisions. Lastly, the study reveals a positive and statistically significant correlation between social influence and the intention to pay back education loans. Students influenced by friends and family who prioritize financial responsibility and education are more likely to express a commitment to repaying their loans. In summary, the findings underscore the multifaceted nature of factors influencing the intention to pay back education loans among fresh graduates. The positive correlations observed highlight the interconnectedness of income, attitude, parental influence, lifestyle, and social influence in shaping individuals' commitment to fulfilling their financial obligations. The insights derived from the study can inform recommendations and strategies aimed at enhancing the effectiveness of education loan repayment initiatives among fresh graduates.